In the Biden administration's latest budget, they've eliminated the term maternal and have replaced it with birthing people when discussing funding for health care to address maternal mortality. What's your reaction to this, Laurie?
Well, first of all, I'm offended as a mom myself. I want to be referred to as a woman, as a female. However, I think, when these things like this happen, little things like this, it grows into other things. Do you know, I wonder, how much does it cost for the entire healthcare system, for example, to check, because I've been asked questions now when I fill out my healthcare forms and all that, what do I identify as, and what's my sexual identity, blah, 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 which was never asked those questions before. How much does that cost for the entire system to change, for the computer, for the computer system to change, to say all these things? It must cost millions upon millions of dollars to just, satisfy the LGBT community. I don't think these are questions that are necessary when such a tiny percentage of our population falls into the category. So, we do need to have respect for everyone. And our Constitution provides for that. I don't think we need all these extra things and to call people birthing people instead of moms, females, whatever.
Well, for millennial, in every culture, we've had the term mother and mama.
Yes, the Bible, yes, the Bible. Do we change the Bible and call it?
It seems to me that we're trying to reinvent something new. Cynthia, does this make sense to you?
Well, when I first read the term, I thought they were talking about midwives. And it's confusing, it's not clear. So I don't think that term solves the problem that it intended to.
Well, what's the problem? What is the problem that it was intended to solve?
Well, I think it's intended to solve the problem of terminology for people who are non-binary and give birth.
But here's the irony, Cynthia, is that the purpose of this was introduced when discussing maternal mortality. The birthing people is not the right term.
No, it is not the right term. It's not the right term.
And it's one reason why Republicans get so angry, but there is a movement and it's happening right in front of our eyes, and we have to speak up when we see something like this happening. And when you look at the suicide rates of children, children are confused right now, and we are confusing them with all of this language.
Yeah, the flip side is that when children are not accepted for how they identify, that also is a mental health stress, and that contributes to child and youth suicide.
I do agree about that too. But I do think that we have to recognize that parents have rights for their children, and they're losing those rights through lots of legislation going through right now. Parents should have a say in what happens to their children and who they identify as. And it's being taken away from parents. Just in Maryland, there was legislation about healthcare, mental health care that children under 18 are allowed to get without the permission of their parents. This is not.
Well, we could do a whole show on this.
Yeah,
there are LGBTQ children
we have to go
who are kicked out of their families because of the way that they self-identify, who are abandoned by their families because of how they.
It's not an easy subject, and Cynthia,
it's not an easy subject.
You're right for bringing that out.